Hello everyone and welcome to another deck profile today. Today I have the Gren Maju Necrovally deck profile. This is something I have made because, well, as you've seen in the meta, we have tier element sprites and, well, mainly tier element, let's be honest here. They're running rampant right now. And I designed this deck as a way to try to stop them and get around them. And thanks to the new Mama set, aka Magnificent Maidens, we were able to get staples that we need to finally make this deck better. Now, this deck has changed from where I play at locals today because I was able to get the Magnificent Maidens till after I started dueling, so I was able to use them then. But now I got them, and let me just show y'all what this deck has in it and what it's capable of. Let's dive into it. First, we're going to start off with the big daddy of the deck, which is 3 Gren Maju Necrovally NOV. Never been able to say that last name right. Anyways, this is your main go-to of the deck, your main big boss monster. He gains 400 attack and defense for each of your banished cards. Doesn't matter if they're face down, face up, as long as they're banished, he gets that attack boost, and he hits like a freight train. Next, we have 3 Gravekeeper's Commandants. Now, the reason why I have 3 of these is obviously Necrovally's in this deck. You want to get Necrovally on the field as quickly as possible to stop your opponent from moving cards in and out the deck. It works very good for that, and that's basically all it does. It's a nice little searcher. Then we have 3 Fossil DA Patchet, let's just say Patchies. Basically, this card stops your opponent from special summoning monsters. Also, as an effect, if it's flipped face up, destroyed all special monsters on the field. That includes yours. Near one of us can special summon monsters, so it stops everybody dead in its tracks. Then we have 3 of the Gizmek Orochi. This guy came in clutch for me so many times because he was just a decent body on the board. When I had the stuff to stop their monsters from spamming, summoning, and everything, he was able to poke them a little. He's just really good. You can special summon from either your hand or graveyard by banishing 8 cards from the top of your deck. Then you can banish another 3 to pop up, destroy one face-up monster on the field. Wanted to make sure I said that right. It's a really, really good card. Next, we have 2 Ash Blossom, and the only reason I have 2 is I have 3 in our deck already, so I just have 2 in this one for now until I get me another I get spare for the deck. It's really good. It's one of the best hand traps still. Can never have too many Ash Blossom. Do we have 2 Eater of Millions? I know normally the concept is 3. People want 3 in their deck. Me, I find 2 works better for this deck. Basically, this little guy can be special summoned by banishing cards from your extra deck, your hand, or field, and he gains 100 attack for each. Be honest, you're good just banishing 1 to summon him, because he can just attack your opponent's monster and banish it. Really doesn't need to have a big booty on him. Next, we have 2 Banisher of the Radiance. Now, the reason I have 2 of this is because it works like a living macrocosmos and Dimension Fissure, because any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. That's what this card does, and it is good at it. Plus, there's a decent 1600 body, which is alright. Then we have, just for my own personal spice, 1 Yatagarasu. Yada basically hits your opponent, they can't draw. And most times with this deck, you and your opponent both are going to be top decking. So you're talking about drawing the perfect card to stop them from being able to top deck alongside you, allows you to get advantage and stops your opponent from drawing. Next, we're going to move on to the spells. We have 1 Harpy's Fire Duster, 1 Lightning Storm, sorry about that glare, and 1 Dimension Fusion. No, I always have 1 of each of these is because, well, we're only allowed to have 1 of each thanks to the ban list. 1 Lightning Storm because it's all I have at the moment. If I could, I might run 2. I might not. We'll see. That's probably going to replace Harpy's Fire Duster when I get a second. But for now, this is what I got of the single spells. There are spells we got. We run 2 Desires because for whatever reason, Konami has it limited to. Or did it come off the limited list? When I made it, anyways, for now, I just have 2. Either way, I only have 2, so I can only use 2. Still a good card. Banish 10 cards from the top of your deck. Draw 2. Then we have 3 Pots of Extravagance. One of the best draw cards. Banish from your extra deck 3 to 6 cards, and then draw 2, but you have to activate this first during your main phase, and once you activate this, you can't draw any other cards by card effect. So basically, activate him, first to go. Then we have 3 of my favorite spice in the deck, ladies and gentlemen. Necrovally. Basically stops you and your opponent, but in this deck you're not worried about what it does to you. Your opponent is the main one. It stops them from moving monsters in and out of their graveyard. It is great. And yeah, it's just really good about that. And if you happen to somehow have Gravekeepers coming outside the field, gives them a little boost, but you're not really worried about it. Next, for the traps, we have 2 spicy, evenly matched that I pulled from the mama packs. Oh, evenly matched, so good. For those of you who don't know, basically you go main phase, battle phase, into battle phase, activate evenly match, making your opponent banish every card on their field until they have exactly the same number as you have, which is 1 with the evenly match. So your opponent has to choose. No matter what monster it is, it does work because it's up to your opponent to choose. Really great card. Then we have 3 Infinite Impermanence. Once again, a great monster negate card that you can activate from your hand. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls, negate the effect to the end of the turn. If this card was set before activation as on the field as resolution, for the rest of this turn, all other spell card effects in the columns are negated. If you control no cards, you get this from your hand. So this card does good if your opponent's going first. You can stop their flooding, their combos, and everything like that. Then we have 3 Solemn Judgment, still one of the best negates in the game. It does take half your life points, but it negates absolutely everything. Doesn't matter what it is, it's stopping it. Then we have 1 of each, Macrocosmos and Metaverse. To round out the main deck, Macrocosmos, any card set to graveyard is banished instead. Metaverse gets that Necrovally in your hand, which is good. It is key to this deck. Now, for me, the extra deck here really is nothing. I never use it. Rarely ever use it, but I'll still show y'all what's in it. We have 1 Nightmare Cerberus, 1 Decode Talker, you know, extra. 2 of the Shibobi Insects, and 1 Stellar Star Regulator, that's just the links in there. Then we have 1 Stellar Wolf, 1 Black Rose Dragon, 1 Fable, 1 Wind Diamond Bell, that's the Synchros. Then we have 1 100 Silent Horror Shark, 1 Gaunt Ship, and 1 XD's Rebellion Dragon, and 1 Metacore, however you say that. Then we have a Death Spa Protege and Metafols. So like I said, the extra deck, you rarely, for this one, I never use it. I rarely do. And if I do, it's just to bring out something like Cerberus or Access Code Talker just because I need to hit them. Or even the Shibobi Insect because they're easy to get out. And sometimes all you need is that one little push to win. But guys, that is it for... Oh, let me get the Boss Man on top. We need to end with a Boss Man on top. We can't leave it hanging like that. There we go. That's it for my Gren Maju Necrovally deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button and leave a comment down below what your thoughts on this deck and what you think is going to be the best way to stop the soon, well, if not soon, it is now, the Tier 0 format we're about to go in. Oh boy, been through a lot of these. Teledad flashbacks. Whew. Anyways, catch y'all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.